Alright, everyone, and welcome back again to more of this disturbing background noise. There's still traces of summer left here at the Ryodo Temple. Looks like the strong sunlight has blinded me for a second. As if all the colors has been inverted, the scenery appeared black for just an instant. Though I'm sure he's been aware of my presence for quite a while, he doesn't spare so much as a glance in my direction. Everything else I just saw was a hallucination caused by vertigo, but he sure wasn't. We wait in silence. What we saw, or thought we saw, was the same. The first to break the silence would prove his own impurity. The tension is exacerbated by the sound of insects. I look closely at the familiar back. Now that I think about it, why isn't he wearing his red mantle? I can understand that it would be too hot to wear it in the summer, but it's already fall. No, more importantly, he isn't the type of guy that would remove his armaments like that because of the weather. But still, the sun is getting in the way. This is a favorite spot of mine, but having this many nuisances here is enough to make me want to pick a fight.
おい、お前さ、その格好で高いところにいなかったか?
The forehead that arrow had pierced recalls the pain that it will eventually feel.
いたがなんだ。範囲内でお前の姿を見たことはないはずだが。
だろうな。俺だって夜にお前を見たことなんてない。そういう気がしただけだ。
At any rate, I have to cause everything that could possibly happen to occur. Kill or be killed. Once I cause both to happen, I only have to choose the outcome that's more convenient.
私からも尋ねるが、お前はまた深夜にセイバーと巡回をしているのか？
してるよ。なんでか信徒にはまだ行ってないけどな。
Or more precisely, I haven't been able to go.
やめておけ。夜中の信徒には近づくな。宮山町から橋を越えようとすれば、いらぬ攻撃を受けることになる。
はあ？なんだそれ。お前が門番でもしてるってのか？
信徒一体は私の射程だ。入ろうとする者には威嚇射撃で警告する。
From what he's saying, he's driven back the other servants already. Because of that, Lancer, Rider, and Caster can't come near Shinto at night. Lancer's place of residence should be by the church, but maybe he camps out in the mountains. Well, leaving that aside.
へえ。それは俺も。
お前は例外だ。威嚇なしで眉間を打ち抜く。
He's not lying. The bowman's intent to kill me is real.
呆れた。まだ俺を殺したがってたんだ。遠坂がいない今がチャンスってことか？
言うまでもない。凛が絡むと込み入った話になるからな。うちのマスターは成果の出ない戦いは嫌がるたちでね。好戦的ではあるのだが。
I'll agree with that. As much as she likes competition, Tosaka isn't the type that goes looking for a fight. But if one starts, she's the kind that would get involved, and as long as she's in it, she'll aim to come up on top.
確かに。遠坂がいたらお前に勝手はさせないか。あいつなら聖杯戦争が再開したからって誰かが一戦始めるまでは様子を見る。そういえばお前にはまだ聞いてなかったな。あーちゃん、この状況をどう思ってる？
サーバントとして戦うつもりはない。だが留守を任されている以上見過ごすことはできん。
他のサーバントに比べると少しだけ積極的だな。とりあえず事態を解明したいってのは俺と同じなんだ。
本意ではないがな。街灯を脱いでいるのはそのためだ。こんなものは俺の戦いではない。
Aha, so that's why I found him here without it. Archer hasn't gotten serious yet. He's just fulfilling the minimum requirements as the watchdog left behind while Tosaka's gone.
再開した聖杯戦争には参加しないってことでいいんだな。単に信徒の平和を守る正義の味方ってことか。
ああ。もっとも、お前に関しては例外だがな。夜を待つ必要もない。なんなら、ここで今から殺し合うか。
Archer responds to my murderous urge. My mouth twists eagerly into a grin and...
冗談。ここで戦う気はねえよ。それにあれだ。これが聖杯戦争の延長だって言うなら、戦いは夜じゃないと。
I smoothly evade his urge to kill me.
話はここまでにしとこ。じゃ、またどっかでな、アーチャー。
I begin to head back down the mountain.
いいだろう。お前に関して俺は本気だ。果たされなかった聖杯戦争の再現として、全力でお前たちを倒しにかかる。
Provocation and readiness are in his voice. The bowman has proclaimed that he would fight not just me alone, but Saber and her master. If that's the way you want to play it, great. Let's meet again once I'm ready. A noble determination wipes away my coarse lust for blood. This is our license to kill each other. An invisible letter of challenge has definitely been passed between the two of us. Shinto at night. No explanation needed. Challenge the bridge at full health. What? Isn't that a given? Oh, we're going out for a walk now. With Saber. Yes. Oh, okay. It's about to go down. We step onto the boundary of Miyama and Shinto. I recalled the words he once said to me. The Shinto area is my shooting range. Those who enter. How many times have I been shot? Once? Several times? Whenever I cross this bridge. You're an exception. I'll shoot you between the eyes. I ended up being defeated by you. I will mean it when it concerns you. I will kill the two of you with everything I have. Good thing I read that in time. I feel my pulse quickening. The blood that has been sleeping starts flowing, and the rusted circuits start activating. Sorry to keep you waiting, partner. My preparations are all in place. I'm coming to take you down. The bridge is deserted, save for Saber and me. Tonight, with no cars on the roadway, not even the sound of the wind blowing from the sea reaches my tensed up thoughts.
懐かしいな。あの時もこうやってセイバーと教会に行ったんだっけ？
ええ。まだマスターの自覚がなかった素人。まだあなたのサーバントになっていなかった私と、まだ敵であったリン。こうして振り返ると、さぞおかしな3人組だったのでしょうね。
She's smiling at the memory of the night from half a year ago. This, too, is a fragment of these precious days, but I cannot afford to get distracted now.
けど、セイバー不機嫌だったよな。あの夜は初対面であんまり話せなかったけど、教会に向かう時は輪をかけて無言だった。
不機嫌にもなります。今だから言いますが、あの扱いには怒りを覚えたものです。演奏させるのなら他にやりようがあったのではないですか？
Saber is picky when it comes to disguises. Memories of the numerous expensive disguises she had been wearing last time, during the Fourth Holy Grail War, it seems. She did mention that she had also been dressed up as a man in a black suit. Saber's inability to dematerialize must have caused Kiritsugu a lot of trouble as well.
何やら言いたいことがあるようですね。いいでしょう。あの時の謝罪を兼ねてここで決着を。
Yeah, I saw it already, so dodge it.
セイバー、上
！Saber repels the shot that had been fired from 4 kilometers away. I activate my magic circuits. I drive reinforcement magic into my eyes.
見えているぞ、アーチャー。
Two pairs of eyes that should not be able to meet met. Each one is now aware of the other, an enemy with that neither should have been able to see. battle has begun. I will cross this bridge.
シロ、今のは一体。いえ、どうやって私より早く感知したのです。
Eyes like a hawk.
話は後だ。次が来る。ここじゃ狭すぎる。上まで運んでくれ、セイバ
上とはどこのことでしょう、シロ。
ここより高くて広い場所だ。気が利いてる。今夜は俺たちの貸し切りらしい。
橋の上の自動車道。ここなら足場も視界も確かですが。
There's another one coming your way too.
セイバー、10時の方角、目標を確認しろ。
The second shot. An interval of 20 seconds. A memory that grazes past my brain tells me that there are 3 shots left.
確認しました。事態はつかめませんが、センタービルの屋上に狙撃手がいる。
I expected nothing less from Saber. We gained a lot by confirming his position from the last shot.
どういうことです？あれは。いいえ、こんなことができるのは一人だけだ。なぜ彼が私たちを狙うのです？まさかアーチャーともあろう者が聖杯戦争に乗ったというのですか？
知らない。俺に分かるのはあいつが本気だってことだけだ。あいつは本気で俺たちと勝負に来ている。今それ以上の理由は必要か？
あなたの言う通りだ、シロ。失態の罰は後ほど。今はアーチャーの迎撃に全力を。
Did he send 2? The third shot. A grace period of 2 more shots. With the 5th, Saber's knees will give out and the 6th will kill me. These are the unchangeable results that the tactic is leading to. Archer sniping is increasing in power with every shot. Each time Saber deflects one, he must be putting more magical energy into the next. The firing interval this time was 25 seconds. The next one will be likely 30. These intervals are his weakness. If we can attack him right after he fires before he can charge the next round, we'll avoid the same fate that's befallen us before. But how? He's 4 kilometers away from us with a straight shot. On the roads we need to get to him, the distance is double that. With Saber's noble phantasm, we can put up a fight, but with Excalibur, the area of impact is too large. There's the risk of sweeping down not only the center building, but even the surrounding buildings, and on top of that, we're dealing with Archer. Knowing Saber's attacks as well as he does, he must have defense against Excalibur. The best way to fight a skilled sniper is to get close enough to engage in hand-to-hand combat. But it would be impossible to get that close without him noticing us. So if that's the case, all we have to do is close the distance at extreme speed before he responds.
Saber!
I fixed her with a meaningful stare. With those Hawkeyes he's using to watch us, the movement of my lips would give us away. This fight will be decided in an instant. I can't let him discover what we're planning to do.
可能です。ですが、私の魔力だけでは足りない。失礼ですが、指導の魔力を足しても十分では。
十分だ。こっちにはこれがある。
The last command spell remaining on my left hand.
シロ、いけない。それは最後の手段だ。それに、うまくいったところで、誰があなたを守るのです。その案には賛同できない。ここは撤退して体勢を立て直せば。
そっちこそダメなんだ。何しろ一度試した。
Saber by herself could retreat, but with me here, both of us will be killed. To cross this bridge, I've got to bet everything on our timing on this moment. I might be able to start over again from the beginning, but I can't redo just this part. Another one's coming. Therefore, I'd better give it everything I've got. Losing the command spell is no big deal. All that matters is the fact of having defeated him, even if only once. The fourth shot. Saber's ability to repel his shots has reached its limit.
レイジュでバックアップする。いけるな、セイバー。
There's no time. As always, this is the fastest I can manage.
まったくあなたの決断はいつも突然だ。
Saber lowers her stance. She looks like a carnivorous animal tensing up at the moment before it springs.
指示をマスター。この身はあなたの剣ですから。
Her blade becomes visible, cutting off all excess magical energy flow to the sword. Saber pours all of her power into her own body.
時短に合わせるぞ。あと15秒。
Ooh, the firing hammers fall one by one. Getting the timing right isn't all I have to do. I have two major problems. It will be after the command spell is released that my worth as Emiyashiro will be tested.
トリガーオン。
10 seconds. Command spells allow for the temporary strengthening of servants, a powerful technique that converts the tremendous magical energy into energy for servants. Enough power to fill even Saber's enormous circuit. The King of Knights, one who ruled over the battlefield in the Age of Legend, shall be reborn. The order about to be given with the command spell is Fly. This is no metaphorical flight. Saber will literally fly in a single leap from here to the roof of the center building. Saber once fought Ryder there in the past. A reenactment of that fight. No. If movement is limited to a straight line, then by raising the amount of magical energy for the time she is in the air, the distance covered in one jump will increase. If all the magical power of the command spell is used solely to let her fly, then it shouldn't be impossible to reduce the great distance between us down to 0.
聖杯の制約に従い、第7のマスターが命じる。
5 seconds. Opposing us is a nameless bowman. The heroic spirit of wrought iron that uses the noble phantasms he traces as arrows. The name of the arrow being trained on us is Hrunting, Hound of the Red Plains. Adjustments plus 5 seconds. The delay increases. The bow drawn back to its greatest extent further increases its own power to combat Saber's magical energy combustion. The problem is the timing. It would be too risky to launch her first, or at the same time. As Saber herself is about to become an arrow, if she leaves before Archer fires, he will aim at her. Therefore, it has to be done immediately after the shot. In that tenth of a second where after he lets his arrow go, that's when he strikes. After Archer fires his full force shot and before he charges the next round. No, immediately after he releases the arrow, she will drive her sword right through him. The roar of their swelling magical energy. The showdown that seems enough to shake the moon. 5, still too early. 3. My command spell feels like it could tear off the string. 1. The creaking of the bowstring. His fingers decide the target. Saber.
行け！あの野郎を切り伏せろ！
They're playing my jam. A flash that reduces the time needed to cross a distance of 4,000 meters is nothing. All of Archer's magical power concentrated into a single enchanted sword. His arrow glides through the air, carrying sure death to its target. The name of the traced sword is Hrunting. An enchanted sword that will continue its assault on the target as long as the archer continues to aim, even if it is deflected by Saber. Even if Saber could guard against it, that wouldn't change the result. No, the moment that Saber deflects is the moment that arrow roars towards its target. As long as Saber expends her energy on defense, Archer's victory will remain unshakable. That's right. As long as she expends her energy on defense. A mere instant, not even a fraction of a second. The instant that his fingers released the bowstring and fired. The defense Saber disappeared from the bridge. The bowman sees through his enemy's true intention, but it's too late. The arrow has already been fired. Which one of them has now confirmed victory? Should there be a bowman that can shoot his mark several hundred meters away? He's still bound by an ironclad rule. An arrow once fired cannot change its target. Whatever arrows that guarantees definite hit he may have, a bowman cannot resist its law. Yet it is by conquering the law that he's the heroic spirit of the bow. The arrow is changing its path. No, it is a path that was meant to strike two enemies from the start. He's turned that same rule back on us. A launched saber has no means of dodging. The arrow transfers into the demonic bullet that would shatter the King of Knights. I bet she's gonna go past her and go for Shiro. An unavoidable death nobody could escape. Yet, it is by rising above the fate that she is the heroic spirit of the sword. Light crosses light. A tilting balance as if it were passing through. So I was right. He was aiming for Shiro. The blue light rises to the heavens as though singing its victory. The red light plummets to the abyss as though lamenting its defeat. Leaving a huge shockwave in our wake, Saber is released. The timing was perfect. However, a simple command spell won't be enough to conquer this bridge. With my face at the blinding wind so powerful it shakes the handrail, I stare down the approaching bullet. Time stops. In a blank space of time, shorter than a second, blood charges in my veins. 1 second after I use the command spell. No time to image. Are you gonna roll eyes it? No time needed to image. That which I've forgotten, I'll use all for this moment. The tension and fear take my breath away. My left hand is burning. I can see my death approaching in 0 seconds.
Torres.
I gasp for breath, my tongue hanging out like a tired dog's. Laws of physics and magic are rushing about. Time for formation, 0 seconds. Time to direct impact. Did he slice it or did he use raw ice? Looked like he sliced it. That spectacle, Archer certainly witnessed it. An attack that poured all power down to the required breath into the left arm. The sparking of the trace noble phantasm, the tearing of layers of muscle. Coupled with a death-defying counterattack, that boy managed a one-time only defense. As far as the outcome of the battle, the bowman still has the potential to win. The boy's sword is broken, while the arrow, though repelled, still remains in flight. That arrow will soon reverse its course and find its target right between the boy's eyes. Also, he deflected it. That's right. As long as the one who fired the arrow is still intact.
第5射から2秒弱。6射目をつがえる以前に剣を構えることもできぬとは。少しばかり本業に戻りすぎたようだ。
How ironic. It has always been this man's style to use tactics unlike those of a bowman. This servant who preferred close quarters combat with his twin swords to the bow couldn't respond to Saber's attack because he had returned to using his true method of battle.
アーチャーの名に恥じぬ一投でした。あなたにマスターがいたのならこの結末にはならなかったでしょ
う。バカを言うな、セイバー。あれがいたのならそもそもお前たちとは戦えん。
He answers her praise with laughter. His lips curve into an expression not of contempt, but of fraternal respect.
いかんな。もう持たん。他に言うことはないか、セイバー。勝者の責務だ。疑問があるのなら問いただせ。
A light sound as the sand being dispersed. Nothing so awkward as the shedding of blood and curd. Even a servant bleeds while he's still alive. But when that life is definitively severed, all that remains is for him to return to ash.
いいえ、私からは何も。あなたが弓を取ったのなら、それはしかるべき理由があってのこと。私は命を奪った。これ以上のものをあなたから取り上げることはできない。
A soft chuckle escapes from Archer. Should he take Saber's courtesy as a kindness or cruelty? When in battle, the knight carried both within her. There had been a time when he found that contradiction, that self-destructive strength of the heart that would have eaten away at a mere human being, to be beautiful. No, even now he can't make himself forget it. Long ago, there had been a meeting. The scene had lasted less than a second, but he would remember that scene vividly, even when he had gone to hell. Locks of hair illuminated by the moonlight. When he shuts his eyes, even now, that image remains in his heart.
今回は俺の負けか。先に行くぞセイバー。せいぜいこの俺に騙されていろ。
Scattering without gallantry, Archer is destroyed. His bitterness and defeat is all that is left. Wow, Archer was the first to get defeated. Sheathing her sword, Saber bites her lip. Above her hangs the black moon. It's almost as if something toxic is about to drip from its cup-like silhouette, slowly down onto the victor to poison her. Now we had enough of that. I don't need another dark saber in my life. 1 hour later, I drag my body, exhausted from the single attack, up to the roof. Saber is staring up at the sky. The strained expression on her face makes me hesitant to call out to her.
シロ、迎えに来てくれたのですか？
There's no vitality in Saber's voice. Archer isn't here, which means she defeated him. She has no wounds that I can see, but leaping that great a distance must have been painful.
遅くなってすまない。セイバーは大丈夫か？
私は無傷です。そういうシロはどうなのですか？顔色が優れませんが。
自覚はないんだけど、そうかもしれない。さっきから寒気がしてる。魔力がすっからかんで体力が落ちてるんだろう。
Even I have to admit that was crazy. Back there, I was so abnormally exhilarated that I couldn't think of the consequences.
今夜はここで帰りましょう。信徒の巡回は明日からにすればいい。今はシローの体力回復が先決です。
そうだな。さすがにこれ以上は無理みたいだ。
We leave the roof.
シロー、本当にこれでよかったのですね。
いいか悪いかで言えばこれでいい。
No doubt about it. I moved past one more new event. The Battle of the Bridge has come to an end for now. Archer has been defeated. The anomaly continues running rampant, and the night of the fourth day goes on in idle slumber. Completion is still a long way off, but for now, I'll rest. Even if that time hasn't come yet, if I keep moving forward, then one way or another, the end will come into view. It's a little meta, too. Well, at least we got a different type of ending, but we're looping back. Dead bridge breakthrough. Can now cross the bridge to Shinto during night patrols. Oh, okay. Good to know. Wallpaper added. Wallpaper added. Alright. Starting up again. Oh, new. School. Go to school. Uh-oh. I crossed paths with the rather noisy bunch as I head to my classroom.
おい、今のめちゃくちゃ美人だったな。
けどよ、外国人が何の用で来てるんだよ。
いや、ありゃ外国人つうかさ、なんか変じゃなかったか？あ、いや、どこも変じゃなかったんだけど。